those are the emotions that I was talking about. If you see any trader getting excited by making money, I start having doubts that, okay, yes, you are a trader, but why are you still getting excited of making 100,000? I'd spend sleepless nights and go outside and look at the stars and like, but why did I start this trading thing? Because the problem with trading, it's addictive. Because the early success gives you the idea that it's easy. The early success is like going to a casino. My leverage is 1:30. Yeah.
Really?
1:30.
Hi guys, we are committed to bringing you guys quality content, and your support is extremely valuable to us. And there are a few ways in which you can support the channel. Firstly, by subscribing to the channel, and secondly, we are partnered with PrimeXBT as our official broker sponsor. You can use the link in the description below to open your trading account today, and that will be another way of showing support. Enjoy today's conversation. Today's episode is a very special one. Guys, I always have special episodes, but today's particularly very special. I've got a guest who I had about 5-6 years back. It was before COVID, actually. We shot before COVID. I've got Tamsam. I don't know if I did that.
No, you did your best, but you know what? That's the reason why a lot of people call me Sunny.
Sunny,
so I used to work for a British company years ago, and they couldn't pronounce my name properly, so they ended up calling me Sunny. So you can say Sunny Mdlalosi. It's okay.
Sunny Mdlalosi.
Yes.
In the studio with us today. Very honored for me because I think, like I said, we were one of the first 5 episodes we shot, and we were shooting on an iPhone 6. 12, is it 16 gigabytes? So we had to stop in between.
Yes.
Transfer the file from here to the thing and then delete it. And that was so many years. And I was just saying before we started shooting just now that I think we really don't know what that did for us. For you to show up that day, because I think back then we were no one. And for us, that really, I don't know, man, it really like motivated us. And then COVID hit. And then after COVID, we were not even sure if we're going to do this. But I think when we watched those episodes that we did before COVID, I think it really inspired us. And I think 5-6 years later, you're sitting here.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming.
No, pleasure, man. Pleasure. Yeah. It's nice for you to invite me again on your platform. I know before we started this episode, I was like, you know what? I am so proud of you to see a young black man. In fact, because I know you have your brother in the background, and I met you guys. When you're not this big, when you're not fashionable to, Top Trader was not the top trader now, because this is now one of the biggest trading platforms in South Africa. It's easy now to invite people and rock up. I just said, you know what, let me go support this young man. And I mean, dude, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. And I have to say, you guys providing this platform for young black traders, or in fact, for all the traders in South Africa, or aspiring traders, this is very good, because people can get real stories from real traders and actually be able to, pave their own path in this trading journey. Well done, guys. I'm really proud of you, and thank you for inviting me again.
No, thank you very much. I remember I sent you a message because you popped up. I'm not really that much on social media lately, so I remember I was busy on Facebook because we also manage like other pages and stuff like that. So I logged into my Facebook. I saw your name there. I'm like, no, DMs. And I didn't even say, please come. I'm like, we need you on the podcast.
I remember I saw the message. I'm like, let me check for a date where I'm actually not trading, and this today it's a bank holiday. I said this is a perfect opportunity, because if I don't do it today, for me, even weekends sometimes I get hectic because I've got other businesses. But today, because it's a bank holiday, I said let me actually honor the invite and come and chill with you guys today.
Yeah, you speak about real traders with real stories. You're actually this is a full-time thing for you. It's
Yes.
been a full-time thing for you for the past 13, 14 years.
Yes.
You have been doing this because last time we sat down, you were 8 years in the game. I think now you're about 14 years in the game.
Definitely.
And I think it's really inspiring. You do this full time.
I do this full time, man. I do this full time. I started trading when my son was just over a year, and my son is actually turning 15 in March this year. I started when he was like really a baby, because that's when I was introduced to trading. And yeah, man, I've been in the game for a very long time. And you know what? I've made good decisions. Trading opened up a lot of doors for me because in these 14 years that I've been trading, I've also managed to be liking other assets as well, because I saw Bitcoin when it was only $1,000, you know, back when I started trading.
Yeah.
And I managed to invest in other cryptocurrencies back in the days. And I managed to actually, get good returns on crypto coins and stuff. And yeah, so trading opened a lot of doors for me, because now when you start trading, you are not afraid to take risks. You just go out there and throw money around and see what will happen. So trading really opens up your mind to not being scared to take any chance. So you know what, trading, I wouldn't do anything else besides trading. I'm still a full-time trader.
Yeah.
I still do this Monday to Friday, except I avoid bank holidays, but I still do this full-time every single day. Yeah. Every single day. Unless if I'm on a vacation, I always, my wife always gets angry and say, hey, man, come on. I always sneak around and just check what is happening in the markets. I'm like,
it's like you need to pay for the vacation.
We just had expensive steak there. We need to replenish, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's been a journey, hey?
Yeah, no,
It's been a journey. But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So for those of you, we'll put a link in the description below for the first interview we did. You'll see it's quite a change, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Quite a change. So you guys can, he was a security guard. The story is there as well. From a security, it's there. So today we're here to talk about what it really takes for you to stay in the game for so long. I think that's very important, because a lot of guys get into the game with different expectations. People expect different things from the industry, from the market. But 14 years trading, and to proudly say today that you're a full-time trader.
Yes.
What has it taken for you to stay in the game for so long?
Well, I have to say that consistency is the key in everything. Honestly speaking, if you are not consistent, you will never win in anything. I mean, there are times where even in trading, I lost money. I felt like I need to quit this thing. I honestly thought at some stage that I can't beat the market. I used to sit down sometimes and cry at night. I'm like, but why was I introduced to this thing called trading? Because it seems like I can't beat these guys, because I was thinking about banks and other smart people, because this is a game where there is the smartest people in the world. I mean, if you're not that smart, you'll never beat these guys. So at some stage I didn't believe that I could beat these guys and start making money in trading. But with consistency, I realized that, you know what, it's more a game of emotions, of controlling your emotions, more than the actual technical part, because the emotions play a big part in trading. I know a lot of people think that you have to have a holy grail trading strategy, the ultimate winning trading strategy, but it's all about you controlling yourself, you being able to discipline yourself, you being able to actually give your slap yourself and say, hey, you are going the wrong way here. Because with trading, you can have a win rate of 60% and still make ridiculous amounts of money. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, if you can't control your emotions, you will jump from strategy to strategy looking for a holy grail. Unfortunately, there's no holy grail in trading. There is no holy grail. It does not exist. Yes, there are systems that have high probability over the years. For me personally, I've tweaked my strategy, looked at that. It's now a high success rate trading system, but still, I still have to control my emotions. because if I don't control my emotions and manage my risk, those are the most important thing. And I see, you know what, I always watch podcasts and I always go online and see, even on Instagram, people posting trades and tripling accounts in one day and doubling accounts in one day. I did that when I was a young trader. I doubled accounts. But that was not the right way to trade. That was not the right way to look at the market. So what has made me stay in the game for so long is consistency, number one. And number two is being disciplined and be able to look at this as a long-term business, not as a short-term goal. You know, it's all about managing your risk so that you stay in the game for years. It's like you're going to a war. And you need to reserve your bullets. You can't just shoot at everything and think, okay, if I shoot there. You need to reserve your bullets and try to aim for best of the best. That's trading. So that takes discipline. You sit in front of your computer the whole day, you don't get a setup, you don't take a trade. Sometimes you sit in your computer, you get a setup in the next 5 minutes, you get another setup in 2 hours. That's trading for you. Sometimes you sit the whole day and don't find anything. So for you to actually stay longer in this game is to make sure that you manage your risk and stay disciplined and be consistent. Very, very important. Very, very important.
I want to pause here for a second because what we're talking about really comes down to decision making under pressure. And one thing I've learned over time is that the tools you quietly use shape the decisions you make. This episode is supported by PrimeXBT, a platform which is designed for people who take the market seriously, whether that's crypto, Forex, indices, or commodities. What I like is that everything lives in one place. Fewer distractions, clearer execution, and better thinking. And importantly, you don't need to make a big upfront commitment just to get started. Depending on the payment method, you can start with a minimum of $10, which makes it easier to start small and learn responsibly. PrimeXBT is also known for its fast withdrawals, which I think matters more than people realize when you're operating in the live markets. If you're an experienced trader or even just learning how the markets actually work, PrimeXBT gives you access to professional grade tools without needing to jump between platforms. There's a link in the description if you want to explore it for yourself. All right, let's get back to the conversation of the day. Sure.
Yeah.
You said a lot. you just came through and said a whole mouthful. No, which I think is really good though. There's something that you mentioned there, you know, and I really love that. You spoke about 60% win rate. You can have, you know, we actually hear this all. It's something that's so popularized. People say you don't need a high win rate. You can be successful. But I think guys don't truly understand what that really means to have, because I think everyone wants the Holy Grail.
Yes.
People want the Holy Grail. So I think, can you just make it a little bit more practical for the average new beginner? What you mean by, because guys are like, no, Marasani, 60%. I need to make 90%, 99%. Some of them it's 100%.
Well, to be quite honest, as I said, that my system is not a 60%. It is a high success rate, right? But in terms of the 60% success rate, you will make money in trading when you have the guts to hold a trade. The biggest people that make money, or the biggest traders that make money in trading, is people that will hold a trade for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months. Those are the people that will make money in trading. So talking about the 60%, if you have a 6 out of 10 hit rate, but when you catch a trade, you catch something that moves for 2 weeks. So you find that you lose that 40% there. But when you catch a whale. Do you get my point? So when you catch a whale, it feeds you for what? The entire year. Do you get my point? So the success rate is important, but it can be low as long as you can hold a trade. I'll give you a simple example if we talk about the success rate. If you blindly bought Bitcoin at $10,000, blindly, you don't know anything about trading, you just held Bitcoin. You bought Bitcoin at 10,000 rand, and you just say, let me just hold this thing. How much is Bitcoin now? It's just over 90,000, right? But you see, people that make money is people that hold for a long term. So I know a lot of traders. I want to put it in a way because I know the kids are going to watch this podcast at some stage. I wanted to put a graphic, a very detailed example, but I just realized no, it's a channel that I have to. Most traders, they want instant gratification. I mean, you know, you want the results to come now. But unfortunately, trading is not like that. Trading is something that you have to treat like a business, and a long-term business. In a sense of, I'll go back to money management. I can give you a system that wins 90%, but if your money management is wrong, you'll never make money. We are not talking about even 70% or 60%, but 90% or 95% for that matter. Because any mistake the market retraces against you, you're out. You've blown an account because you over leverage. Do you get my point? And unfortunately, the South African trading community, man, it's so sad because if we were to go now and look at people that post online and say they are traders and stuff, the knowledge that they push and the message that they put out there, it's setting up a lot of traders to fail.
Sure.
Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because people always, remember, everybody wants money. And it's good for you when you see Sanim Dlalo saying, I've traded, I've made 100,000 rands today, and then going and saying, I bought this M3 or M4, I'm living this lifestyle. You will want that lifestyle when you're a young trader. And you'll go out there and say, full margin. There's that voice note, that full margin, I'm going in, you know? Full margin. Or that one, no risk, no Ferrari. Those messages are so wrong because when a young trader is trading, it's like no risk, no Ferrari. He over leveraging, goes full margin. Even if he has a chance of making money in trading, a slight pullback. Remember, this is the important thing about trading that people need to understand. Trading doesn't move in a straight line. It's higher highs, higher lows. So the market has to always pull back. So even if you are right, if it pulls back, it blows you out, and then the market goes your favor. So for you, you've blown $100 account, you know, instead of losing $10 on that particular trade. You're out. You don't have ammo. How are you going to trade tomorrow? You've blown your $100 account because you said no risk, no Ferrari. You understand my point? So, but if you risk properly, you find that even tomorrow you've got a little bit to trade, even the day after, and then you start learning the game, you start becoming consistent. This is what a lot of traders are missing, or a lot of young traders are missing. Remember, $100 account today can be a $10,000 account in a year's time. A $10,000 account can be a 10 million in 10 years. So the more you develop on the skill, you just reward yourself by increasing the lot size. Do you get my point? So the Ferrari will come, right? But how long are you willing to wait for the Ferrari to come? Do you want the Ferrari in 6 months or do you want the Ferrari in 5 years? If you ask me as a trader right now and say, Sonny, do you want to make 10 million rands in 5 years? But in this 5 years, you need to work very hard. You need to spend sleepless nights. But I guarantee you in 5 years, you're going to buy a Ferrari. I'll choose the 5 years. Do you get my point? So that's where a lot of traders go wrong, guys. And I know they fall for these traps of bonuses and wara, and I don't know, go too deep into that, but I hope I answered your question on that.
Yeah. You speak about flipping accounts.
Yes.
And you say you used to do that in your early days.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
I think
Yes.
that's the culture of South Africa.
Yeah.
It's also when the world looks at SA, they see a whole high-risk traders, extremely high-risk traders. People fear us because we're able to go in so hard on trades, but also that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's probably what's holding a lot of traders back.
You know what? The South African traders community, it's a heaven for brokers. it's green pastures for brokers. These guys are milking it. If they really give you their statistics about the South African traders, you realize these brokers are making ridiculous amounts of money in South Africa.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have put out a trading culture of flipping accounts. I know. I usually even see people during news days. They take a trade, you find them screaming, showing blue screen, and I ask myself, my guy, you've been trading, you are successful, you are still screaming and making money. It's a default. If those are the emotions that I was talking about. If you see any trader getting excited by making money, I start having doubts that, okay, yes, you are a trader, but why are you still getting excited of making 100,000? Because that's emotional. The moment you start saying, yeah, it's blue screen, I've made money, we've killed this NFP, what, those are emotions.
I don't think it's about the money anymore. I think
it's about
they need to win because they need to sell something.
Yeah. That's where the problem. You see now that narrative that is being pushed there of gambling. Okay, I don't like to use the word gambling, but to me, when it comes to news, the news are different when I started trading.
Okay.
Yeah. The non-farm that I used to trade has slightly changed from the non-farm now. Non-farm was non-farm, my guy. Non-farm was that big FU candle, right? Wow. Now non-farm comes, you're like, is it really the first Friday of the month? Do you get my point? And you start seeing that the market, they've sort of like changed. Yes, volatility is still there, especially now with Trump, man. Oh my God, God bless Trump. I don't like the guy in the sense of liking him, but what he's doing to the markets, man. This is the best time to be a trader because the guy brings in so much volatility. We're going to miss him when he steps down. As traders, we're going to miss that guy because these are the golden years of trading if you're a trader because this is... But going back to your question of flipping accounts. Flipping accounts, I look at it partly as gambling. Why do I say that? Because I just mentioned that any slight retracement that doesn't go your favor, any slight miscalculation on the entry, you are out. Okay, you can put in 5,000 and blow it, put 5,000 and blow it, put 5,000 and blow it. But you find that maybe you've got a group of guys following you or that you are teaching, right? Courses or you're selling anything. When you blow 5,000, they'll refund your 5,000. What about the person that you are teaching that trading that has only the last 5,000 rands in my account that you are teaching them to flip their account? It's like saying one bullet, you miss this one chance, you are done. Because the reality is most of the new traders, my brother, they don't have this disposable income that they can keep on funding and funding and funding. It's only these mentors that are selling something that have, because if they blow, right, and they don't post these results when they blow, they post from time to time just to, but the honest truth is they have backup because if they blow, there's other people that will help them fund. But the people that they are teaching trading to flip accounts, that's 5,000 rands. You can go 5 times in a row being wrong in trading. I know. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a row being wrong. It happens. This is part of trading. So if you teach up people to flip accounts, it's their last 200 rands. They won't have. They think Forex is a scam because they will blow and maybe they'll fund again, maybe for the second time, another 500 they blow. They're like, no ways. I've blown 1,000 rands. I could have bought groceries. And then they quit Forex. They think, you can't beat this thing because they've been taught to flip accounts. I'm not saying you can't flip accounts. I've done it, but I was blowing again. I would flip, blow, flip, blow. And then I realized this is a business. You have to treat it like a business. It's not gambling. It's not all about flipping accounts and having that instant gratification. It's all about staying in the game for years. As I gave you an example that A $10,000 account can be $1 million account in 10 years. To get my point. So if you make sure that you treat this as a business, that's why the people that I trade with, because I have a private trading room now, I don't teach. I've stopped teaching. I think last time I came to you, I'd stopped already.
Oh, yeah.
Because I realized that anyway, you can't. For me, when it comes to teaching people or people that teach people, the biggest challenge that I have is how do you train someone emotions? How do you teach emotions? Because trading is more of emotions more than the technical. I can give you my trading system with a 90% success rate or 85. But if your emotions are not in check or not intact, you'll still lose money.
True.
Do you get my point? So for me, flipping, my brother, I know. it's something that I did when I started my trading career. I don't advise it now. It's not something I know. You will have people that flip accounts, even some of your guests that come and say, I'm flipping, I'm making money. It's also another thing is there's different trading styles. There are people that are actually making money with flipping, but it's a few individuals that will actually stay in the game by trying to flip all the time because of how difficult trading is. So for me, not anymore. I hope I answered your question right there.
So you say this is what you were doing in the beginning.
Yes.
You were flipping accounts.
Yes.
Was it the way you were taught how to trade that you wanted to flip accounts, or you just wanted to make money?
I wasn't taught like that, funny enough. I was taught to risk maximum 2% per trade. Because my first course that I did, I paid, no, not my first one. I think it was my second or third course. I've spent so much money on trading courses.
Yeah.
The course that really taught me to trade, I was taught to risk maximum 2% per trade.
Sure.
But obviously, 2% per trade doesn't sound attractive because 2% of 1,000, how much is it? Or of 10,000? It's not attractive, let's be quite honest. I wasn't taught like that, but because the greed in me kicked in and the Ferrari in me, or the Lamborghini, I wanted that Lamborghini, I wanted that lifestyle. And then that's when things changed and I was like, no, you know what? Let me just try to go full margin so that I can make more money. Do you get my point? I wasn't taught like that. Honestly speaking, I had very good mentors that taught me to risk maximum 2% per trade. And the flipping part, it was all in my head and also getting influenced by things that you see on YouTube, on Instagram. They play a big part. That's why now when it comes to my trading, I hardly even open Instagram when I'm trading. I hardly even open Twitter when I'm trading because one message from someone else saying, I'm shorting gold. Whereas when I'm long, I'll start doubting myself because now I strictly trade gold only. That's another thing that traders need to focus on. You need to marry one instrument, guys. This is very, very important. Marry one, learn it, understand it. I love gold because it's one of those instruments that cannot be easily manipulated. If it goes, the thing goes. Yeah? So if you're right, you are right. If you are wrong, and you'll know fast again that you are wrong. So honestly, no, this flipping of accounts, I wasn't taught. It was something that I saw online. The influence from traders driving nice cars. So I thought, hey, let me also go hard and try to get this Lamborghini as fast as I can. But unfortunately, that was the wrong way. That's why it took me longer to make money in trading because I was trying to flip accounts instead of looking at this thing as a long-term business, not as a short-term business.
To play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Unemployment is high. Youth unemployment is high in this country.
Yes.
Sonny, we don't have money. It's what a lot of guys are saying. They're like, it's easy for you to say because you've been here 14 years.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been trading, you've made your money.
Yes.
And fine. But guys, I think also it's a lot of the thing of people, the country is underfunded.
Yep.
Heavily right. So. Guys don't have money and we have a high unemployment rate. Guys, for some guys, this is it. This is it for them.
Okay. I'll flip the script. Let me ask this to you. Let me ask this from you. I've known you for just over 6 years now. We just had a conversation, I think, before we started this podcast.
Yeah.
You were tiny, man. You guys were nobodies in the podcast world, right? Now you are you're biggest in South Africa.
Yeah.
For you to invite me in such a platform after you have got so much followers, to me, it's now, you know what, my brother, thank you for that. As much as I'm not selling courses, I'm not, it's nice to come and speak to traders and say, hey, watch out for these pitfalls, watch out for this, watch out for that. But how many years did it take you to build this YouTube channel?
Sure.
You see? So if you had wanted the big monies when you started this channel, you're going to quit because you're going to say this is useless. I said, now everything here is proper set compared to the first time. You can even see I've aged a little bit. You know, if you look at the previous,
good.
if you go and look at the previous video, guys, you guys need to go and watch the first interview that I did with this gentleman. You will love it because also I was still a young trader. I was even breaking it down. And I might be going against some of the things that I've said there, but it took you all these years to build. You get my point? I know the unemployment is very high, but to be quite honest, the solution won't be in flipping accounts or won't be in trying to flip accounts. Why? Because the dangers of that is you will keep on blowing accounts until you quit. It's just like this thing of leverage. Leverage, remember, you are given in South Africa 1:2,000. 1:2,000. One rand controls 2,000 rands.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? But it allows you to open a lot of trades. Yes, that is good. You can make a lot of money fast, but you can lose that fast. So that small money that you have as an unemployed person, you will blow it within an instant because you are not trading the right way. As much as you need to make salary now, you need to make money now. Guys, unfortunately, I'm one of those traders. That's why I've been in this game for years, because there are things that I've realized that they're very important fundamentals in trading is your money management. That is so when you talk about flipping already, you've thrown that rule out.
Sure.
Yeah. If you talk about flipping, you've gone against the number one fundamental and the most important thing in trading, which is money management and resizing. The money will come. The money will come, but make sure that if you can grow 100 rands, remember you've got brothers and sisters. Show me that you can grow 1,000 rands. Come with me with the proof to say, okay, you go to your mom. Mom, I've been trading Forex for a year. I've grown 1,000. Now it's now 5,000. Can you top it up? Here are my results. This is a 6-month track record or a 1-year track record. There are people that will believe in you like how we believed in you when you started this channel. That will say, let me give you 10,000. You know, I'm not saying that because of the rules now that we have in South Africa to trade for people, whatever. Let's put a disclaimer on that. But I'm saying someone will come and believe in your dream and want to be part of your dream. Do you get my point? So honestly speaking, I think to try to find a solution with trading by trying to flip accounts, you are digging yourself into a hole. You will quit this game. You will never, ever trade because you will blow account after account. You might flip 1 or 2 accounts, but in the long run, you are going to be in the hole. Because statistically, the edge in Forex anyway, when you go in as a trader, the odds are stacked against you. You are competing with one of the smartest people in the world and people with big algos and very sharp. With AI now, trading is deadly now. Find that shoots up, next second shoots out, and then you're like, whoa, what is happening here? You scratch your head. It's these things that the mentors don't tell you that, wow. But if they're sitting alone at home, they know what I'm talking about. That sometimes, even if you've been trading for 40 years, I take off my head, I'm like, oh, what is happening here? Alone. Sometimes I scream at the computer, I'm like, yeah. But then I come back to my senses, I'm like, son, people, you've been trading for long. Calm down. Calm down. Reevaluate the situation. If you need to walk away and save your money. If you need to close your trades and come back with a fresher mind, this is now the experience that you will have in the next 5 years' time. You know, with trading, even with the young guys that are starting trading, if you start mastering this skill now, I guarantee you, in the next 5 to 8 years from now, you'll be a star. Yes. I didn't say 2 years, by the way. I didn't say 1 year.
I was about to comment and be like, 5 to 8 years.
Yeah. Oh, well, how long did it take me? I think I started seeing a little bit of money after 4 years. A little bit of money.
Yeah.
5 years. 6, I was starting to see a difference. Now 13, I mean, there's no market a situation that really surprises me. I've seen your Brexit, I was there. I've seen Trump in his first term. I'm Trump now. I've seen trades when there's, this secretary now, what we call him, Powell, and then the previous lady, Yellen or whoever. I've seen all these Fed chairs. I've seen markets going crazy with different Fed chairs. And now, 13 years into this game, there's nothing that can really surprise me in trading, because I know if it breaks this structure and does this, it's highly likely to do this. If I am wrong, prove me wrong, I've got my stop loss, I'm out. But if I'm right and I see that it's continuing, if there's an option to add, I can turn a position and end up having 5 or 6 positions in one direction. You see? So this is even where now you can actually grow a smaller account without flipping. You catch a direction, higher highs, higher lows, you see exactly what is happening. You start now identifying, okay, this first trade is in profit. Now, I can enter another trade because this one is in profit. Maybe it's up by 150 pips. Use this profit to enter another trade. Look at simple things like the market going back into the previous resistance level. In trading, things like even support and resistance. That's why this game, when you start to understand that emotions are the biggest part, even support and resistance on a daily chart, you can teach a new trade and show them what to do. And they can make money if they can control their emotions. Because go and look at the gold on the daily and look at the support and resistance and the round numbers and see how many times it reverses there. You'll understand exactly what is happening. So I think it's a long-term journey, man. Yeah, it's a long-term journey. I know people, new guys are like, no, Sadim Dlelos is lying. We are flipping accounts every day. If you're flipping, it's good for you.
We are eating, we are flipping accounts, but there's a dark reality to flipping accounts, truth be told.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it earlier on, is that how many times do you need to fund to get that one trade right?
Thank you.
A lot of people don't want to speak to the truth of that matter.
Yes.
A lot of people, even guys watching now, they know the truth.
Yes, they know the truth.
I say that because I know the truth. I've had some hot trades.
Exactly.
But ask me how many times I funded.
Yes.
Before I could hit that one trade. And by the time you look at your P&L, your history
yes.
of your entire account, you realize you just kind of almost made your money back, or you broke even.
Thank you. Whereas, even if in between inviting guests, as now you are trading, in between inviting guests, you try to pick a direction, you take your trade, don't even look at it. Come back tomorrow. If you think, or if you analyze and think it's going to go down there, it has broken maybe a big time frame market structure. It has taken out a high on 1 hour. It's highly likely to go. Don't even look at that thing and get emotional. Come back tomorrow, move the stops. Leave it 2-3 days. Maybe you see that the latest resistance is 1,000 pips away. Target 800 pips before that resistance area. Don't even open the laptop. Basically, what you need to do, just manage the trade, move stops to break even, and tell yourself, if what market take me out, it takes me out. It's okay. But you don't worry about that trade. How many times? And a lot of traders can understand. How many times have you taken trades on a demo account and forgot about it, and then you open it, you find that it's up 30,000. 30,000. You take a trade.
You didn't care about that.
You didn't care. Why? It's a demo account.
Sure.
Number 2, you are doing the right thing there because you are forgetting about that particular trade. And then you come back and I'm like, I opened this demo account, it's now up. That's exactly how trading is done. Because trading, if you want to really make money with trading, treat it a little bit like investment, like buying shares. You don't buy shares today and liquidate them tomorrow or in 1 week. You buy Apple shares and you hold them for 5-6 years. So in trading, try to hold at least for like 3 days. 3. Remember, the market cycle, usually it's 3 to 4 days up and then a big pullback. It's not guaranteed, but usually you get those 3 days market hitting in one direction. You see? So even if you give yourself maximum, I give myself now maximum 2 days. If I think I'm right on gold now, I take a trade and not open my platform in 2 days. So if I take a trade this morning, like for example, this morning, I saw that big jump last night, and unfortunately, I wasn't in. I was short, and market hit my stop losses when the market opened, and I was like, yes. I missed my exit because I had to attend my daughter's running thingy. So when I was attending that thing, the market shut down. I didn't have time to move my stops and what. So when I came back, I was still up. I was like, it looks like it is broken. The market started to the downside. Let me just put my stops and leave it. Hey, the thing kept against me. And then the broker honored the stop loss whenever they wanted. So I lost money. But I watched that thing go up. I was like, okay, let me wait now for a clear market structure now and see if this gold is continuing a higher high or higher low. But I'm looking now for a possible reversal if I get it. But if I catch this short that I'm actually anticipating the next coming few days, I'm not going to open my platform for 2 days. First day, if I am up at least minimum 200 pips, I move my stops to break even. Even gold, in fact, 2 to 250 because gold is aggressive now. And then whatever happens. Treat it like a demo account. Forget that you've got money there. Let that thing run. 2-3 days. And then that day you check and say, okay, what's happening? You see that you're up 800-900 pips on 3 positions, you close. You do the same thing. You find that by doing that, even if you have a small account, you will be able to flip the account in a space of 15-30 days. So instead of trying to flip an account in a day, you can flip an account in 15 days. I have this online. Unfortunately, due to last night's results, my drawdown is different now because there's an account that I put on Forex Factory and put the Trade Explorer. As of Friday, I was up. I doubled the account, but yesterday, then that gap killed me. But that account, I doubled it in 10 days. It's there on Forex Factory now. I'm just going to keep the account running, whether I lose it or not. I'm just gonna get. But those results were there, and if you look at it anytime now, maybe you'll see a different results because now from last night I lost. But if you had looked at it on Friday, I was up 100% in 10 days on that account. But taking trades and forgetting about them, and taking trades and making sure that I don't try to flip in 1 day. You can double in a month. If you're really taking the right trades, you can double in a month. So instead of looking at doubling in a day, guys, try target even doubling in a month. Even if you make 100% return in a month, it's amazing return. Even in 2 months, it's amazing. Because if you can double your accounts every 3 months, after a year, how much money do you have?
The beauty of compounding.
Thank you. But those are the things that people don't understand. That if I compound my 1,000 Rand account, if I don't try to flip it but try to trade it nice and slowly, it will compound and it will become something big in 1 day. And that's how the business should be done. No, unfortunately, guys, as I said, that the influence on Instagram is too much. I don't want to sound bad to these flipping guys that flip accounts, guys. If it works for them, you know?
I like how they say each to their own, truly speaking.
True.
You spoke about moments where you almost gave up. I know we did touch on that, I think, last time we spoke, but I think, you become a full-time trader. You interact with the markets almost every day when it's open. And obviously, not every month is rosy.
Yep.
So in between the 6 years, have you had seasons where it was tough?
I'll tell you something that I've never actually told anyone because I hardly do these things anyway. I develop ulcers because of thinking too much.
Sure.
I develop headaches because of trading. I develop eye problems because of trading. Because of the amount of time that I was pulling on the screen, the glare of the computer screen. And I had so many days where I would not sleep. I would spend sleepless nights and go outside and look at the stars and like, but why did I start this trading thing? Because the problem with trading, it's addictive. Trading is addictive.
Yeah,
Trading is, it's our own drug. You get into this thing.
Yeah.
Especially if it rewards you when you are starting. The worst thing that can happen is you make money, a lot of money when you are starting to trade and you think it's easy. When the market rewards you and does that when you start trading, good luck to you. Because you'll always think it's easy. That's when you'll blow account after account. Because I've seen even this when I'm trading on TikTok. Sometimes I do trade on TikTok live and tell people the direction that I'm taking and blah, blah, blah. And you find that I've made, for example, 5,000 rands, right? And on a decent account, I trade a proper decent account. And then you find someone that is only trading 30,000 rands, they've made 25,000 or 20,000. And they're like, oh, Sunny, thank you so much. I just followed your trade signal, or I was also looking at that particular thingy, because I always trade there and say, guys, take your own risk, do your own thing. But this is what I'm seeing in the markets. And some people would be like, okay, I was also looking at this direction. And someone makes 30K out of a 30K account. I'm like, oh my God, this is heading for disaster. Because if market rewards you 100% in a day, you'll think it's easy and you'll always have that mindset. So for me, the market rewarded me when I started trading. I remember I was following this other guy on another platform. He was called Robin Hood. I got him on Forex Fit. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
So this guy used to have a Skype back in the days of Skype when Skype was the thing before TikTok and this.
You're
so
exposing your age.
Oh man! So this guy was trading on Skype.
Yeah.
So would follow his trades, and when he's trading, would follow. And I remember flipping a $10,000 account into $30,000 within 3 days, and I did not withdraw. Only to lose it again. And then the cycle started refunding and refunding and refunding and refunding. And then I realized, this won't work for me. Those are the days, one of my darkest days when it came to trading. And yeah, I used to cry. Yeah, man, I used to play an account and cry. I used to trade with my brother. This other time I wasn't around, I gave him an account. He kicks it out. He's making money, he's making money. And then I get a call that day, the guy locked himself in his bedroom, he's crying. When I get home, the guy blew an account. So, I had my moments, I had my moments where I thought of quitting. Yeah. I thought of quitting, but I was so fortunate to actually have a mentor. The guy mentored me for free. He didn't teach me trading, but he mentored me and said, move this direction. Look at this, build your own strategy and do this. If I open the charts for you and I'll show you after this podcast. I'm talking about to a guy who used to make a minimum of $1 million a day. A day. There's a time where he was like, today I've made $3.5 million. God bless that guy. So because of him, it actually made me realize it can be done, even though he didn't want to hand me. He had programmed his softwares, that looks at correlation, that looks at volume, that looks at overall market volume. His algorithm, even up to today, I felt to really put it together, because to get a programmer that puts it together, I've gone through a lot of things that he said, but I failed to put it together the way he said I need to put it together. So that's this guy that kept me into the game. But otherwise, no, man, I tried to walk away several times, but I couldn't. No, I couldn't. But now that, I've seen the light, I'm cruising, it can be done, man.
You speak about early success and the worst thing that possibly a trader could go through.
Yes.
But I do hear that, but I also want to ask about repeated failure. That a guy can come every day and fail on a daily basis. And I know we like to view failing as learning, as lessons, but some people are just failing, Nje, without grasping anything from those experiences. Which one could possibly be more dangerous? The early success, or rather the repeated failure, that failure I'm talking about right now?
I think for me, judging from experience, the early success is the worst. Because the early success gives you the idea that it's easy. The early success is like going to a casino and putting in $100. You don't know what you are doing. You do 50 rand per bet. You dial once. On your second dial, it hits the jackpot. There you go. You've won 300,000 rands. Out of 100,000, you've hit a jackpot. In your mind, it's easy. Trust me, that 300,000 rands, you will return it somehow because of that early success. Because already that programs your mind and tells your mind that it's easy. Whereas someone that fails every day, I usually blame social media for people that fail every day, because they follow every trader in South Africa. If you want to succeed in this game, succeed, unfollow all these mentors. Unfollow them. Because today, there's a fundamental trader that will scream when they make money on FOMC. Tomorrow, there's another trader that will trade VIX, right? On weekend and kill it. Remember, social media, people will show you what they want you to see.
True.
Yeah, they won't go show you their losses or their failures. That, okay, today I lost. Today, I've gone as far as at some stage showing when I was beating prop accounts. I used to post when I was beating FTMO.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, I used to post all those things until I realized that, son, we are promoting the wrong game. There's a reason why I stopped. I stopped trading prop accounts. I stopped promoting prop accounts. I wasn't promoting them. I was just showing people that, okay, you can beat these guys. I stopped because I realized that prop accounts, it's another way of, it's scamming people, man.
You're opening up a can of worms.
Let me not even go there.
No, let's go there.
You know what? You know what? When you become experienced and you become an experienced trader, there are things that you'll see within a mile from a distance that something is wrong here. You know? Because when I qualified for that proper account, I hate them. Qualified. Gave me a funded account. And then I asked them, they send me the details. And then the details come back. They say, it says demo. I've hit all the challenges. It says demo. And then I write an email. I'm like, but guys, am I not supposed to be on a live account? Because now that I've hit all your targets, then no, we'll still pay on demo if you make money. So you trade demo, but when you make money on that demo, we'll pay you real money. That's when I was like, no. So this is a game now. I've hit all the stages, but now I still have to stay on demo, which means now they are preying on someone else to lose money in order to pay me. So if they're preying on someone else, it means even with me, they can play around with the data and take me out of position, which they did, by the way, because I took trades that didn't go into my I was matching cold on that account mysteriously. And I was like, I knew after I started trading that demo account that I was already, my spirit was down because I was like, but I'm supposed to have something that says live. That even when I'm looking at the survey, it says live. So now they're saying demo. I have an email that says, no, if you make money on that demo account, we'll pay you real money. So even in my spirit, I was like, man, I've traded demo accounts. Why must I go through all this trouble of trading the way I traded and still have to go back on demo? And the merchant called me mysteriously. And I was like, okay, I was actually expecting anything after that because I knew that this is not the right way of trading. I know people will want to say, oh, you grow your account with prop firms. Guys, it's bad because trading is one of those business where you look left, there's danger. You look right, there's danger. I mean, I'm telling you, signals, providers, courses, this and this. That's why with me, what I've told myself is the last thing to do when it comes to trading. I want to open a trading room for free where I'm just going to trade with people. You can follow my trades if you want to, but I'm just going to give you a link, maybe a Zoom. You look at my platform and I trade live. Whether you follow or you don't follow, it's up to you. Just to show you days where you actually see a real trader losing money and making money. But I'll never get into signals. I'll never teach people. I'll never do webinars, seminar. I am never going to stable. Even now, I'm telling you about prop accounts. It's things that I've crossed off on my list on trading. I was like, okay, this I won't venture into because I've had the experience. Do you get my point? So trading is tough, man. To find genuine people with genuine intentions, and even account flippers, they will flip because the other smaller guys are funding, they're flipping. So they'll always flip. They always have money to flip. You see? So I think trading is one of those business that you need to do the right way. I mean, I see even now TikTok has gone, there's robots now. Okay, the robot era is slowly fading now, but we had EAs now, people selling robots now, selling a machine. I understand you can have a trading system that can trade, that you can teach. But I honestly think the human being is the best trader in the world. For me personally, I think the human mind is more powerful than any EA. That's me. It can analyze market structure better. It can analyze price better, obviously with the help of EAs as well, indicators and stuff.
Yeah.
Gold.
I know gold is possibly your second wife at this point.
I love gold.
Yeah. When you talk about levels, because I was on your YouTube, while I was preparing for today, I'm like, okay. You speak about levels quite a bit, though.
Yes.
What are you waiting for more than anything?
On gold. The most important thing in trading, what I've realized for me, is the market structure. And understand, it's the simplest thing when it comes to trading, but I think it's the simplest thing that most people miss. These higher highs, higher lows are more powerful than any indicator. Define an uptrend, a series of higher highs and higher lows. That sentence only that says a series of higher highs and higher lows. When you start to understand that, you transfer that into a chart. That is the biggest indicator. Because in the early 1900s, whenever trading started, before even these big computers, even these high powerful algorithms on the computers, how did people know that this market is highly going up? It's because if someone buys a soybeans at $2, for example, and then it goes to $2.50, and then it comes back and doesn't break $2.50 and goes to $3, right? And then it pulls back and doesn't break $3 and goes to $3.50. So when they saw that, they kept on betting on buying that soybeans until maybe it's now $10, and then it comes back and breaks $8 and comes back and breaks $7. They're like, hey, wait a minute. I bought at $3. Now this thing, it was at 10, it has broken 8, it has broken 7. Something is wrong. People start taking out their position. So when people start liquidating their buys, they're weakening the trend, then it accelerates more and goes down. So for me, what I wait for usually is the break of market structure. If it does that on a bigger time frame like the 1 hour, fold your hands. Why do markets keep on making higher highs when they are at the all-time highs? Why? The indices did that. Gold is doing that.
Yeah.
If it breaks 3,000, there's nothing above it. There's no resistance. It keeps on going and going. You only now the series of high highs and high lows have locked. So it's the smallest detail that you need to understand with trading. Yes, things like supply and demand, they work, things like support and resistance. But you use that after market structure. The market has broken the high, right? It's making higher highs. You need to look at the next possible bounce area, the next support area for this thing to go back up. That's what you focus on. So to answer your question, simple. I look at higher highs and higher lows and break of market structure. It is that simple. From today, if you go and find a PDF that teaches you proper market structure, change of structure, higher highs, higher lows, you will understand market very well. That's why we had at some stage an exodus of people trading double tops and double bottoms. Mm-hmm. Why is it that? When the market makes a double top, it has failed to break the market structure to the high. And then that's why those double tops and double bottoms, they will still work very well today because it's the market structure. The market fails to break a high. It means there are no buyers that are willing to take it further up. So there's something wrong. It comes and breaks the neck of an M on a double top, we are good to go. If you want to be aggressive, you take it on the break of the M. If you want to be conservative, it breaks and come and retest, then use it. It's market structure, simple stuff. And if I show you on a chart these things and say, okay, look, let's look at gold. When it broke 4,000, what did it do? Kept on making higher highs and higher lows. And you find that there are people that are still trying to sell there. And you wonder, like, you can see a train is coming at 200 k's an hour. You want to stop this train. Well, it's simple, jump on the train. Try to jump on the train, even if you injure yourself. Here's the train going up. It's coming. Jump on the train. That's trading with the trend. You are going to be safe with trading with the trend. So for me, gold, market structure, I think I'm just going to, I don't know, but I don't want to do any free videos on that. Because people will think that I'm teaching, then they'll go to that come to me. I know. I'll think of doing that and posting something on YouTube, but no. I don't want to invite people and no, I'm not in that game anymore. But it is that simple. Yeah, it is that simple.
Do you ever break your own rules?
Yes, I do.
Even after 14 years?
Yes, I do.
Does it ever end?
By the way, I'm still human, you know? So I still do, man. You find that sometimes I sit in front of my computer the whole day. I don't get anything. I end up taking trades. But, okay, the good thing about me now, if I break my own rules, it's not like before when I break my own rules and I've risked big money. So even if I break my own rule, sometimes I break my own rules and make money. You find that I preempt a trade. I preempt a higher high before it even happens. Maybe because I see that the multiple time frame correlation is lined up. Because I also focus on gold. I also focus on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Those are my deciding time frames, and the 15 before I look at trades on the 1. So my trades come from a 1 minute chart, but I look at
1
the
minute
4
or
hour.
1 hour?
1 minute.
1 minute.
My entries are taken on 1 minute. But I need the 4 hour to be showing me it's going up. I need the 1 hour to be healthy up. I need the 15 minutes to be healthy up. So I need all those time frames. Sometimes you find that, okay, maybe the 4 hour and the 1 hour and haven't turned nicely, but the 15 minute is like healthy now. That's how I break the rules. I preempt these two lining up with the 15, because remember the trend starts changing from smaller time frames. So those are type of the rules that I break now. I don't break the rules of entering a big lot size by mistake, like I always do. What did I, how did I, and then you start screaming, and then you like Must I close? Must I leave it? Usually ends in a disaster because now you've entered the lot size by mistake, but now to close, I don't make those type of mistakes anymore. But the type of mistakes that I do is I sometimes preempt the trade and get in before all the rules are made. That's why right now on my diary, to try to avoid that, I have a checklist now. I have a checklist. 1 hour check. And then at the end of the day, I go back and say, okay, I lost this. And I've realized that if I lose a trade, most likely I've broken my rules. I didn't wait for the 1 hour to be healthy up. You see? So I still break the rules, but not, I preempt the trade. I preempt the trade, but I don't lose as much. Sometimes I preempt the trade. You find that the market actually lines up based on experience. It comes and lines up with whatever I was preempting and it goes.
You know what I like about you? One of the many things I like about you. Let me not say one. One of the many things. One thing, you're very family orientated.
Yes.
You're traveling a lot and all that, and it's quite a beautiful thing to watch. You know, as being the full time trader that you are today, and. Before we get into that, can I ask one question?
Yes.
When you make mistakes, does it take away from you still being called a full-time trader? Because I think people get to a place where just because now you still make mistakes at the level that you are, it's like, Sunny can't trade.
Yes.
Sunny's not a real trader.
Yes.
Sunny, and I don't think it really takes away from you.
Well, you know what? When anything involves money, it's emotional. Anything that involves money is emotional. Even with your own family, there can be something that you can guys, maybe it's a business that you guys do together. When it involves money, you know, it can cause a little bit of quarrels here and there because money on its own is emotional. Do you get my point? So trading involves money. Right? And money comes with emotions. So you will always make mistakes here and there. But the mistakes that you have to make, especially when you become experienced, that's what I'm saying. The mistakes that I have is to preempt the trade, you know. So for you to sometimes make a mistake by jumping in too early, it's not like you're a bad trader. It's because sometimes you just got a little bit emotional and a little bit excited, and you thought, I know this, I've seen this happening 1,000 times. It's highly likely to go, but it's not all the time. This is a game where you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't jump step number 2.
Yeah.
Yes. If you jump gear number 2, go back to gear number. If you jump gear number 2 and go to 3, go back to gear 2 and start again. You see? You always here and there get emotional because it involves money, man. Honestly speaking, I know the more you trade, the more you reduce the mistakes now. This is where the experience comes in now. The more you trade, the more you reduce the mistakes. How I've actually tried to minimize those mistakes, I have a checklist. I have to go through my checklist. I'm one of those people that use indicators. I use indicators, but the indicators that I use are custom. It's not indicators that you find online. I have a coder that we've been coding indicators for more than, it's now our 9th year. We program everything together and we look at volume, we look at this lining up, time frame correlation. This is lining up now, everything is those are the things that we use because we want to see everything lining up. To get my point. But we still make mistakes that sometimes we find that the time frame correlation is not yet lined up, but you jump in. But if you are wrong, remember the risk sizing. I mean, my leverage is 1:30. Yeah.
Really?
1:30. Why do I do that?
Yes, why?
I avoid over-leveraging. I am stopping myself from being the devil, for being my own enemy. If I give you 8,000 leverage, you'll take 20 trades. Even if you get emotional, you start adding even more trades. Do you get my point? How many times have you taken a trade, First trade, you take it goes your favor. Second, you take it goes your favor. You get too excited and go, because you've got a leverage on 1:2000. Those last few positions that you added there are the ones that will reverse and take away all the profit that you've made. So what I've done is I know I'm human. I've got everybody's greed in them. So for me, I've asked the platform to make sure that no matter what, my greediness won't work. That's why I'll call it twang, twang. It will be telling me, my guy, you've maxed up. We're 1:20. You've taken your 2 positions. You are done. Any positions after 2, 3, 4, you are now gambling because now we are all going over the limit. Because I used to take these big leverages as well. And then I realized, okay, I get too excited when the trade is going my favor. Yes, sometimes you get too excited and make a lot of money. Yes. But sometimes you get too excited. Those last positions, remember, the first positions, the risk is less. Those last positions that you add there, this thing has been going on. This is a cycle, man. Up, down, up, down. The cycle will never change. That's what I was telling you about the market structure or the high highs, the high low. The cycle will never change. So you find that you take positions at the cycle where the cycle has to go down. Whether it's a 50% return, a retracement, or 38% or whatever, you find that those positions will come because now they are more than the ones that you get taken out. Do you get my point? So I limit my leverage intentionally so that I stop myself from doing the wrong things. As I said, you can grow an account and double it in a month with 1:20, 1:30 leverage. You get my point?
Yeah.
Yes. So limit. You only limit your mistakes by actually having a checklist.
Okay.
Yeah, like a pilot. This check.
Yeah.
You do that, and then it becomes something that is ingrained in your brain. It becomes a habit that, okay, every time I take a trade, I need to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The more you do that, you will be wrong from time to time. But most of the time, if you follow that checklist, trading will become much better. Not easy, but it will become much better to you to understand.
That's such a powerful example. When you're speaking about pilots.
Yes.
With a checklist.
Yeah.
Imagine the whole pilots.
Yep.
Some of them have been doing this for so many years, but still need to walk in and tick stuff. And
dude, it's crazy. I met some guy where I'm fixing my other car. He's a pilot. He actually flies one of the biggest people in South Africa. He says that a trip, you plan it day in advance. When that trip is going to the USA, they've planned it a week, days in advance before you. They say when they are in there, they know exactly they are going to take this route. They are going to take this route. They're going to go in this, how many feet above sea level, and this and this and that. They've planned it already. So when they go there, they know they've done the planning already. That's trading for you. So you need to do that checklist. And so that way, when you are in front of your computer, you don't look at what happened last year and say, the trend line, what did it do? No, there's no researching or studying when you're trading. When you are trading, it's checklist, bam, bam, bam. Like I'm telling you that I look at the 4 hour, I look at the 1 hour, I look at the 15, and then I look at to refine my entries on the 1. So I look at my 1 minute, making sure that, okay, right, the other time frames are agreed, the 1 minute pulls back and starts shooting up, volume is good on 1 minute, then I'm now joining the bigger time frames, then I'll simply hold my trade. But there's a pre-checklist from that. And to answer your question again, I take trading money and travel.
Yeah.
I used to, like clubbing, man. If you go to my social media, you see back in the days when I was throwing big parties, man.
Yeah.
I used to throw big parties, throw big numbers at the club,
Yeah.
But now I'm more, maybe because of the age, I like to travel more. I mean, I like going overseas. I like being a dad as well. I'm that type of a person that likes being a husband and a dad, because I think a lot of people are not privileged like me to say. There are people that are privileged, but to go and watch your child play hockey at school or to go watch them run in athletics is priceless, man. Those are the things that I mean, you might think it's just watching your child. You know, my kids every day, they come back from school, they find me on my trading station. The first person that they see when they walk into the door, it's me by my corner in my trading station. Every single day. Then they come bother me, can you make you lunch? No, guys, I just ate. No, but okay, make me lunch. It's okay. You know, I mean, picking them up from school, and those are the most important things now. And traveling and seeing the world and trying different cuisines and using the trading money even to start other businesses as well. And I mean, trading will give you a mindset of, I'm not scared to do anything. Yeah, you'll take money, invest in whatever. You get used to losing money. So even when it comes to opening a business, you're like, okay, let's start a podcast. Okay, how much is this camera? Let's buy it. Yeah. If we lose, we lose.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, maybe we sell the camera, so what? Do you get my point? But it gets you into that mindset where you start thinking like an investor, like a business person, like a risk taker. Yeah.
Has money ever made you careless? Because I know you're saying now you get to a place where, you know, because you become so familiar with risk because of trading now, in all aspects, you know, you just like, I'll make the money back. I'll do that. This money, I can spend it now. We'll make it back fast.
I think, yeah, money does, especially as a trader, does make you a little bit careless, eh? Yeah, it does. One of my favorite things to do, I started smoking cigars about 8 to 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm bad now. I've gone through cigars every single day. And a month, you find that I look at my cigar bill, I'm on like 15,000, 16,000 just on cigars. Because I'll smoke two cigars a day, average of 450 each cigar. So, you know, sometimes maybe if it's cheap, it's about $400. People that smoke cigars know exactly the type of cigars that I'm talking about. So I think that's a little bit careless because now, because I can afford it, you can start now adopting even bad habits. Or for example, I've seen other traders, I don't know whether they're good traders or not, and splashing champagne and going crazy and stuff. So money does make you a little bit careless, you know. But if it makes you careless in terms of using the very same money and not being scared to start other business, it's actually a good thing though. Because for me, for someone to come to me and say, give me a proper business a thing proposal and it makes sense to me. Yes, I've lost money investing in people, but I've tried because at that time it looked really good and I bought into the idea. Do you get my point? But sometimes I've won. In other things I've won. I've invested in a factory now. I manufacture water. You know what? It cost me a lot of money. No funding, no bank funding, entirely out of my pocket, buying trucks to transport entire. So it helps. It helps you to open your mind and not care about money and realize money is just a commodity to better my life. I mean, as I said on the first interview that I did with you, that my coach said, with your first money that you make from trading, go out and eat the most expensive steak or expensive dinner. Okay, now I've eaten so much food and expensive shit. I don't even, you know, you're almost capping. I mean, I've done most expensive cuisines and stuff, but you still need to do that because my belief is you only live once. And I believe that with trading money, you can live the life that you want. And with any business or anything that you do, go out there, enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy the ride while it lasts. Enjoy it. Do not even hold back. Whether you have a podcast like this, you feel like going overseas, hey, shoot 10 episodes and then shoot and go overseas and go to Cape Town. Take a break because at the end of the day, man, we work hard in order to make our lives easier and enjoy our lives. So for me, trading is actually made sort of like scaled up or made me realize that I need to enjoy my life more. Because the amount of time that I spend on that screen stressing, yo. No, man, stress is too much there.
You know, I think just having conversations with you, I think one thing that I've learned about you is that everything you talk about always comes back to trading.
Yes.
You can talk about a different business, but somehow you can be like, yeah, but trading. we can talk about that. Like even right now, you're talking about traveling, but somehow trading is in there as well.
Yeah.
You know?
It's passion. And sometimes I find that even when I'm traveling, I take my laptop, go to the business center there. You find me on my trades just after breakfast. And then we've got activities to do in 3 hours time. And I'm like, oh, wait, baby, let me just look at a few setups before we go. Maybe I can find a trade that I can just take and hold and then see tomorrow after we do certain activities. And no, everything to me ties to trading because for me, I'm that person that wakes up in the morning, shower upstairs, go downstairs to my trading station by the corner of my lounge and start trading. So there's yes, we've got other businesses that I have dedicated and given to my wife and like, please take care of these businesses. We've started these businesses together, run all the admin, do everything, pay the workers, pay the rents, do everything. Leave me to do my trading alone. And I have to say, I mean, I'm lucky because by her doing that, I mean, I'm a good trader because there's no disturbance when it comes to trading to say, I've got so many employees in different businesses, but I don't know worry about when they're getting paid because she's the one who's like, okay, she'll tell me, okay, I've paid these guys at the factory, I've paid these guys in this particular offices, but I'm focusing on making money somewhere else. So trading is one of those things that if you really put your time to it and try to do it the right way, as I have explained that trading will never make you money in 3 to 6 months. Take your time, polish your skill, make sure that you don't fall for scams and people that say you will double an account, flip an account. Guys, I know people flip accounts. I'm not disputing that. And some people are good at flipping them, you know, maybe genuinely they are. But to my experience, especially if we are going to talk on a big platform like this one and advise traders, if you want to make this a business and you want to last in this game, look at it as a long-term business, not as a short-term business. Because trading, you'll be a multi-millionaire. Even if it takes you 10 years, so what? How many years did you go to school just to get a matric certificate? How many years? So if you can't wait for 10 years to have 10 million, then you're in the wrong game. In fact, in any business, if you're not willing to put in the effort, to put in the time, and to dedicate yourself, I mean, honestly, I've watched this channel grow and I've watched you guys grow. That's true definition. You can be a very good trader, Ngobela, I can tell you right now.
Like good?
A good trader. You can be a badass trader.
No, actually.
The way you are so dedicated and the way, because it starts from running small things like, okay, the YouTube channel is not a small thing, but it comes from the consistency that you're applying even in this. That can be transferred in trading and the same mindset and, you know, your 1 hour a day in trading, studying, not even really trading, that dedication until you understand, okay, market structure, this. Trust me, you can be a badass trader.
Yeah, no, I do understand that and I do respect that. I'm very open about this. I'm currently not trading. I haven't been trading for the past year and a half, so deliberately so because of the podcast, because I sit down across many people and then you realize, no man, this thing, it needs time.
Yes.
It's not something that you just go into and you just think you can just, because genuinely I have access to people like you, I have access to so many traders, but as well, regardless of all that, it's just like, I understand the respect that trading deserves.
Oh man.
So I know that I'd rather focus all my time on this right now because I'm passionate about this. I love this so much.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
So you have us now. We speaking to. I love giving young traders advice, and I love mentoring young traders, mentoring guys, not necessarily teaching, just guiding them the right way of trading.
Explain that, because I think people, because you just said mentoring, not teaching.
You know what? Teaching is teaching you market structure, break, moving average up, and supply and demand, support and resistance. Everything that you order flow, anything that you think about trading is being technical. But mentoring is guiding you, sort of like, for example, better part of this podcast today, I've been mentoring because most things that I'm telling you, I've told you to stay away from proper accounts. I've told you to stay away from trying to flip an account. I've told you to stay away from accepting bonuses from brokers because, we can go through 1,000 reasons why you don't need to. I've told you not to go for leverage 1:1,000, 2,000, because you are exposing yourself. Remember, because the more you lose, the more the broker makes money. That's the reality. When you lose your money, the broker pockets the money, because most brokers are not going to A book you if you're a bad trader. They're going to put you on their B book until you prove to them that this guy is a danger to our broker. Then they will throw in with the other guys like, hey, my guy, we will challenge you, but now we are going to put you in a different pool where we know that there, if you make money, we are getting our commissions or whatever, but we are not draining our accounts now. Do you get my point? Because now if you good, you will drain their accounts. But if you are behind a better trader, they A book you, they still make money out of you. But most people are on B book because most people will lose. Most people will accept bonuses. Most people will go for big leverages. Most people will want to flip their accounts. And when you do that, the faster the brokers takes your money, the faster that they love those type of traders. That's why South Africa, any broker, when they look at South Africa, they look like, yes, we want to go there. There's money.
Especially when there's news, NFP, CPI. I genuinely don't think people understand how much brokers make during those particular events. Gee, they make bag.
But the thing is, people think that they are the ones making the money.
Okay.
It's the other way around. The brokers, that's when they make a killing. That's where they make, because now we have a habit of putting together a conference with 50 people, 100 people. We all take the same trade. We analyze together. We are going to buy 3, 2, 1. And then it goes against us. All of us have funded. We are on my broker. Remember, now I've introduced you to my broker. It works 100 people. All of us, how much have they funded at that particular time? That's where the broker makes money. So even if you are lucky one or twice, the broker doesn't care. They will give you money. They know you are going to come back. For me, when it comes to fundamentals, honestly, they scare me, because the fundamentals that are happening now, especially if you speak to real traders that started trading more than 10 years ago, the fundamentals have changed. There's no longer good news on the dollar is going to go up. During the time I used to trade, it was news is good on the dollar will shoot up. Now news comes out, it's good for the dollar to go up. You stake your trades because you know that GBP dollar I'm selling because dollar is good, and then it doesn't sell, it just blips down and then goes up the whole day, you blow an account. And then you're like, but the news was good on the dollar. If you're a real trader, if you especially look at the fundamentals, now you'll understand, you're like, the news was good, but why is the dollar not going up? Because now news is used as a way of manipulating the market. It's no longer like going in line with even your non-farms. If you guess it right, you don't jump out on that big spike up, trust me, you will cry. Because the reversal is aggressive.
Yeah. True.
The faster it goes up, the faster it comes down. So if you don't liquidate right away when it shoots up and what, and you hope to buy a house on one trade, you'll cry. Take your money and run, especially when you're lucky during the news announcement, it shoots your favor. Take your money and run. Come back tomorrow. For me, fundamentals, because of technicals, what I do is, if I see there's news and I'm in profit. I simply move my stops to break even and say, okay, right, whatever happens. It's okay. And because I've developed my skill so much that usually I'm on the right side of the market. Usually the news pushes my favor now. Find that it comes or red is following the trend that was prevailing. The next resistance is far from there, or the next support, it should just shoot my favor. And then I'm like, use the news as an opportunity to now close my trades.
Yeah.
The news comes in and jumps my favor. I don't wait for tomorrow. It's it. Game over. Done. Because the faster it goes up, the faster it comes down. Those are market mechanics. Those are hidden gaps. Candle that shoots up, it's a gap. It's inefficiency. The faster it goes up, you know it must come back and fill in that gap and fill in that market inefficiency. You've done your job. Liquidate, go have a nice lunch. That's it. Yeah, man.
If your kids asked you,
Yes.
what trading taught you about life,
Yes.
what would you say to them?
Well, trading taught me discipline, first of all. You have to be super disciplined in order to be a good trader. Number two, trading taught me to be consistent, to always rock up no matter how you feel. You must just be like, do it every day, no matter what. Even if you're busy with something, especially if you want to crack this trading thing, go and read something about the trend every day. Go read something about market structure every day. Go order a YouTube video and learn about the break of structure. Do something that is called consistent. Don't sleep without doing anything to do with trading. So I think it has taught me a lot of lessons, but more than anything, discipline, consistency, and also trading has taught me to be tough, man. You're not losing money is painful, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, trading has taught me to be tough. I mean, there's nothing that can scare me now because I've watched 100,000 disappear in front of my face. You know, I've watched 100,000 evaporate like this. So that has taught me to be tough. Even when it comes to money decisions, I'm now very tough. It's tons of lessons, but discipline, consistency, you know, and being tough. Yeah.
Sure. No, Sunny. Thank you so much.
No, pleasure, man.
No, what a joy.
Pleasure.
What a joy.
Nice. I have to say that thank you for having me. And I have to say also that you providing this platform to young traders, man, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. Keep it up. I hope one day you have a sister channel that goes in a different direction, but still with trading. Maybe we come and analyze charts. Maybe we do a live trading station thing at some stage. But I wish you all the best, guys. This is beautiful. Keep on doing the good work, eh?
No, thank you very much. No, thank you very much, Sunny Mdlalose, for joining us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was another episode with myself, Ngobe Tembane. I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. And we are out.